what Sylvia Winter is essentially saying, that it is the stories we tell as human beings that literally create the reality of our existence and who we come to be within society. It's what creates our societal order. It's what we come to know and how we come to literally behave. Because we live in a Western dominated world, in a European dominated world, this monopoly on man is seen as a monolith. What it means to be a human or a man is a monolith and associated and only known from a European or Western lens, right? And this isn't true, okay? We have so many different societies and ways of understanding what it means to be a human based on the different cultures around the world. But the dominant culture isn't that. So we're literally like acting out or living within someone else's story. What stories do we tell ourselves about who we are? How do we come to know ourselves within the story of the universe? And how is us understanding and coming to know ourselves from a different perspective and through a new or ancient story do we actually create new narratives? So, she calls what we understand humanity or Homo sapiens to be right now Homo economicus. But she also seeks to push us to find a new way to understand us by calling us Homo narrans, narrators, narratives. Within that, she states that there are different genres of humans, of Homo narrans. And all of these are based on what? The stories that we tell about who we are as a people and how that constitutes how we show up, the societies that we create, and the ways that we function and act out within our being. Like, how do we divest from this colonial story? And then how do we get into creating or rewriting or continuing a new legacy, an ancient legacy that essentially allows us to self-correct and really get into shifting this global problem that we have of global warming, violence, and despair by looking at the stories that we tell ourselves and the stories in which we enact out and the ways in which we behave out of those stories. How do we shift and create something new? Okay, what are the stories that we tell ourselves about who we are? What responsibility do you take on your inner eyes? And this is something that she also talks about.